And hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we are inside of our entanglement world, and I have a new skin. It's really weird not being lava anymore, but you know what, that's fine. But basically for today, I have a plan. It's a long time coming. Basically, we have this whole kind of general path thing going down from our base to the center, but nothing official. So I wanted to actually come in and get kind of like a path sort of thing going. And lag spike, this is one of the things that kind of annoys me about doing entanglement stuff, is the lag. But it's fine, it's fine. But yeah, so pretty much just come through probably on 2 passes with kind of just randomly clicking. And then that's not all. I'm not just making, a random click path. I feel like that's a bit underwhelming. So what we're going to do is then we're going to come back through again, kind of randomly placing leaves on either side. Just a bit randomly. And then, okay, need a few more leaves. I don't have a ton more. Enough for the second pass. Okay, and then I'm going to take one final pass and kind of mix in some, whatchamacallit, we're going to mix in some fences. And then we have ourselves a path. This is a method I learned. This is actually how I built my first ever path in Minecraft. Was by doing something kind of like this. Just kind of mixing a bit more paths along the way, if the game will let me. Just a little bit more consistent of a path. And then we just have to mix in some fences, and that'll be good enough. So yeah, it's one of those things where it's really simple, but it works really well. And it's one of those things where it always kind of catches me off guard every time, just how nice they look. Because it always feels like something that shouldn't turn out this nicely with how random and sporadic I did it. Giga drill activated. Okay. Yeah, but it usually turns out pretty nice. And this isn't my favorite path ever, but I've built some nice paths in my days and seen some much nicer paths than I've ever built. But let's get some probably jungle fences, not oak fences. Oak fences they're fine. It's just for kind of this environment, I feel like the jungle fences make a little more sense. So we're gonna go ahead and grab some oak fences. And I don't know what's up with all the server lag. It's kind of annoying. Did I say we're gonna grab some oak fences? I meant jungle fences. Okay, whatever. But yeah, then what you do is you kind of come in, you try and fill any openings. Not entirely, but just kind of put them around openings, while at the same time every once in a while sporadically placing them even at spots that don't have an opening. And I'm so used to my axe being on 3. I don't have a sword in this, so it messes with me. But yeah, now we just come down along the other side. And we should be looking pretty good for a path. So yeah, as I said, it's not the best path you can build, but if you're looking for a quick, easy design, it works really well. At least in my opinion. And yeah, now we can run along here. We got a path generally leading from the entrance to our base, and yeah, this is really nice. I still need to turn a bit more of this into paths, especially in like here. But besides that, it's turned out pretty well. And yeah, if it weren't for the server lag, man, it's kind of annoying, not gonna lie. But yeah, no, like entanglement's starting to come towards a close. Like that's something I've mentioned probably more than I need to in the last couple videos. But like me, Riptide, and Nightmare are starting to kind of talk about what we're gonna do next. You know, what kind of the general plan is, and we'll see. We'll see what we end up deciding on. And there's a slight chance we'll all end up going off and doing our own series after this, but there's also a chance we'll do something else together. But yeah, okay, I'm feeling pretty good. Definitely like that. It looks really nice from up above, especially. And just like that, we have a path. Okay, so real quick here, while I'm traveling, I'm just gonna start by saying, I know I said I wasn't gonna do this to Nightmare. I was just going to do it to Riptide because I'd feel bad if I did it to Nightmare. But okay. Hear me out. The reasoning behind it was Nightmare worked really hard on his organization system and didn't want it messed up. I'm not messing with his organization system, so it shouldn't, ruin any of that work he did. So I don't have to feel bad about putting light gray glass panes in his chest where you can't see any of them. Fair? Everybody's on the same page here. We're all good. This is perfectly fine. No complaints. Good. Also, he destroyed the flowers. I'm really sad. But, yeah, so we're going to just mix this around in Nightmare stuff. And, yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to feel a little bad. But I think the game plan, I don't know why this piece of dirt here, probably an intermittent, is we're going to target chests like this that are a bit less stuff that he's going to notice right away. Maybe wood items. He'll probably notice with this, but it's also got a lot of stuff he's probably going to just stack. Food raw. He's probably not in here until he's out of food. So we're going to just go ahead and fill that up. I'm a little weirded out he calls this instruments, but yeah, stations. Well, I guess I call them stations. So yeah, tools. We'll put them in here, and we'll probably call it good at this. This is probably enough that I'll take the other light gray glass panes and go. But yeah, I'm sorry, Nightmare. I'm sorry. It's actually really cool to see some of the differences in the ways me and Nightmare did stuff. Because, like, we built our bases in very similar, like, fashion. Like, both of us have a road from the middle to our bases. Both of us have treetop bases. Both of us did kind of a farm area outside of our treetop bases. So, like, there's a lot of similarities between the stuff we did, but yet it turned out so differently. Like, for example, mine's a hanging base. His is just on top of the trees, which already creates a massive difference. Like, with our farm areas, he had, like, kind of them on platforms below his base, whereas I built an actual farm area, like, on the ground. So, frankly, his was probably more difficult to make. I don't know, I called mine an actual farm area. But, yeah, and then, like, I got the greenhouse type build. He has some other stuff. And, like, the difference of what we did with our villagers. Like, I put mine up in the tree all safe and junk. He put his underground all safe and junk. So, yeah, it's just really interesting. Both of us built in similar environments with similar ideas and came out with very different products. And then you got Riptide, who's just like, I'm going to build on a mountain. Which, I mean, granted, in all fairness, he did something a bit more unique as a result, but yeah, it feels kind of like I copied Nightmare on the Treetop idea, but this is what I wanted to do from the start, so I don't feel too bad about it. But anyway, guys, I probably would do a little more work today, but I'm lagging pretty bad, so I'm gonna finish this episode off here. Hope you all like the new skin. I guess I didn't give a full look at it. It's definitely weird, that's for sure. It's nice having Optifine again. Thank goodness 1.16 Optifine came out. 1.16.3 Optifine. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.